ago. Therefore, I believe it is never too early to say Merry Christmas, everyone. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Filipino practice, one cannot help but appreciate the cheerful spirit of the Filipino people that finds an excuse to bring about a holiday atmosphere in a month without a holiday. As we begin to ponder the significance of Christmas Day, when angels proclaim peace on earth and goodwill toward men, it is thus fitting that Presidential Proclamation number 675 recognized September as the National Peace Consciousness Month. For 2012, we reflect on the theme, Ako, Ikaw, Tayo, Magkakaiba, Nagkakaisa sa Kapayapaan. The theme tells us that peace does not preclude disagreement, magkakaiba, among men altogether. In fact, when there is peace, people are encouraged to speak their minds, thereby creating the marketplace of ideas where disagreements are likely. The imperative to embrace this idea of peace is much stronger for the men and women of the Philippine Coastguard, who are among the first to risk life and limb to confront any threat to peace. While we train our hands to wield weapons and other instruments of strength, our singular purpose is to save lives and see that peace endures. Peace, therefore, is the unspoken maxim that gives substance to the words honor, duty, and country. The words of the respected U.S. First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt is instructive on this point when she said, and I quote, "It is not enough to talk about peace, one must believe in it. And it is not enough to believe in it, one must work for it," unquote. The Coast Guard organization is a melting pot of the diverse cultures of the country and a meeting point of generations and of social status. Here, we converse in the varied languages of the provinces and encounter the idiosyncrasies of the old and young generations. But these do not get in the way of us seeing each other as brothers and sisters in the service. As peacekeepers of the country's waters, it is incumbent upon each of us to keep the culture of peace alive on our turf first and foremost. Sapagkat kahit na tayo ay galing man sa PMA, sa PMMA, sa CGOC, at kung ano mang ating pinagtapusan, iisang Coast Guard tayo. It is the hallmark of peace-loving civilizations that disagreements are brought to an end by the rule of majority. But where the exigencies of the service call for immediate actions, the resolution of inconsistent points of view is submitted to the chain of command. The chain of command is a time-honored mechanism established by our democratic institutions to bring about immediate actions in the context of the uniformed services. But whether we speak of the rule of the majority or respect for the chain of command, we can see that the idea of peace calls upon every man to see past his personal agenda and to always uphold the welfare of the whole institution. We may have misunderstandings at times, but as long as we put the time-honored values of the organization ahead of personal beliefs, we can be sure that our individual struggles can only inspire the officer corps and the rank and file to find the best solutions for the organization. Ladies and gentlemen, as your commandant, I urge everyone to work for peace within our organization. Enough of the bickerings, enough of the backbiting. As your commandant, I offer everyone my hand of peace. While promotion looms and the change of leadership at the top is imminent, may we all be gentlemen enough to just fight with our respective strengths and chivalrous enough not to pull down others on their weaknesses. As I just read somewhere, true success lies in your efforts and not in others' defeat. It is 113 days before Christmas. We have a long way to go in our countdown, but the message of the season rings true on this day of September as it did on the very first Christmas more than 2,000 years ago. Therefore, I believe it is never too early to say Merry Christmas, everyone. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.